Hi, everyone. You made it back again for another day of VBS. Yay. Maybe some of you brought a friend or two. Yay again. That is wonderful. I'm Davita. I want to say a big thank you to every person here who has brought in money to donate to the Bucket Ministry Project in Kenya, Africa, where I am very connected in the place where God has called me to do his work. In Kenya, to say thank you is you say asante. And you hear that word a lot in Kenya because people like to express thanks. So you can say asante, which means thank you, or asante sana, which means thank you very much. It really means a lot that you would help people in Kenya in this way by bringing in your donations to give God's love through the gift of clean water. In the Bible, in Acts 20:35, we are told that supporting the weak is good work, and that Jesus said it is more blessed to give than to receive. Well, that's because when we give out of love to somebody, it is a big blessing to our hearts to know that God is making a difference for somebody who's in need, and he's letting us be a part of his plan to love that person in a special way. Isn't that so wonderful? God is so good. His love is just awesome. The money that you guys bring in to donate here at VBS is going to buy water filters attached to plastic buckets like this one. With the water filters, people who don't have access to clean water can put their dirty water into the bucket and run it through the filter, and it comes out really clean. So clean that the person won't get sick from drinking it. People who already have these bucket filters are telling me that they used to get sick a lot, but now they don't. That is a miracle of God. So, asante sana, thank you very much for having a part in this miracle of God in Africa. You know, in Kenya, a lot of people have to carry heavy buckets of water from the water source, like a pond or a river, all the way back to their house. Not many people have bicycles or even a cart with wheels. Some people might have a donkey to help carry the water, but most people have to carry it just on their shoulders or up on their heads. In Kenya, most people don't have cars like we have here in America. They usually ride on a piki, which is a small motorcycle, a little motorcycle taxi. And the driver of the piki gives people rides, and the rides cost money. Sometimes 3 or 4 people ride on the same piki at the same time. That isn't really safe, but a lot of people do that in Kenya. Another thing they ride in is a tuk-tuk. Have you ever heard of a tuk-tuk? They have tuk-tuks in other places, like in India, other parts of the world. But I've never seen a tuk-tuk in the United States. I've ridden in tuk-tuks. It's a little metal vehicle with just 3 wheels. It fits only a few people, and it can't go very fast, only about 25 miles an hour max. It's very loud in a tuk-tuk and wobbly. And when you're riding in it, you kind of feel like it might fall apart before you get to where you're going. In big cities, people ride around on big buses and in long vans called matatus. When I am in Kenya, I ride mostly on pikis or in a matatu. I don't have a car in Kenya. So I want you to imagine how it would be for you if every day in the early morning before going to school, you had to walk a distance, maybe a long distance, with plastic containers to a pond or a river to fill the containers up with water. And then you had to carry those containers all the way back without any help. You know, a lot of kids your age in Kenya have to do that all the time, like every day. And they do it because that's the only way they can get water. And, you know, without water, we die. We need water every day. So especially when it's not raining all the time, if there's not any rain to catch rain in the buckets, they have to go walking to get the water. Well, imagine that you walked all that way and worked so hard to carry it back, but it was dirty and it makes you sick. And that's what happens. And the water is really dirty, and a lot of times the only way to clean it for them, it would be to boil it. If they don't have a filter, you see, they could boil the water. But boiling water costs money because for that you have to have charcoal or firewood or a gas stove, and people don't have electric stoves like we have here. So we are just so thankful. I am so thankful that you guys care about all the people in Kenya who are carrying water in a hard way. So, and caring that they can clean that water then without having to boil it. And then they can save their firewood and their charcoal for cooking and for staying warm in their houses. In Kenya, I spent some time in a place called the Kibera slum. A slum is a place where a lot of really, really poor people live. And they live close together. Their houses are not made out of bricks or wood. They're usually made out of sticks and mud or pieces of metal that used to be parts of other buildings. Sometimes the house might be made of cloth, like a tent, or even cardboard, and sometimes just like large bits of trash and things, whatever they can find, and make a little, like a little hut, okay? A lot of people in the slums don't even have a cardboard house. They're outside in the muddy streets without a place to call their home. Kibera slum is the biggest slum in the whole continent of Africa. It takes like 20 minutes just to drive from one end of the slum to the other. I mean, it's huge. And there, the bucket ministry is giving thousands of bucket water filters. And we want to bring them, those filters, to another slum very far from Kibera, a smaller slum that's called Kipsongo. In Kipsongo, the people are sick from their water and they're too poor to boil it. Kipsongo is really close to Team Heroes, so it's a place that I can easily go to, and I can take my friends and our team and we can give filters there. So it's pretty exciting to us that a VBS in Stetson, Maine can make a difference all the way across the world in villages in Kenya, in like slums like Kipsongo. Let's thank God for being the one who's putting this together. He's the one doing that. And I was thinking maybe you would like to hear some of the kids at Team Heroes singing a welcome song. So I'll sign off for now until tomorrow. But as you listen to these kids singing, please pray for them and thank God for the way He's loving them every single day. And remember tomorrow to bring in some more donations for our water filter project. And we thank you, okay? Asante sana. Bye-bye.